What's up, YouTube? TCRS here. That is short for The Curtis Rose Show. And my new nickname, I think, on the show is going to be TC, which is short for The Curtis. So, welcome to my channel. If you're new here to my channel and you like the content that I make, please be sure to give me a like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to get some brief housekeeping out of the way, hopefully within like 30 seconds to a minute, before I jump right into this review of this amazing new Sony headset, which kind of gives away the review. But anyway, I'm very happy. But I am going to go in depth on the features, what it does do, what it doesn't do, what the pros are, and there are some cons. So I thought I would go over that if you're in the market for this Sony's newest high-end gaming headset. Just to get the quick stuff out of the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm back in the studio and I've kind of changed things around a little bit. I mean, still same kind of. I'm moved, now I'm facing this wall. I now actually have a PC, so I have my new gaming PC set up. That's right, folks, I now have Windows in my home, besides Mac. That's taken some getting used to, but I have my Mac over here to the side. That's what I'm actually monitoring my video on. And if you noticed, no headphones, no microphone in front of me. That's another new addition here to The Curtis Rose Show. That is where I can get videos out quicker and hopefully be able to provide more content. Because the biggest complaint I hear is, when are you going to make another video? It takes you forever. A lot of that is because I work a full-time job, and also I used to have to set up my studio lights, my audio, sync it, render it, all that, do light readings. But I have created Vlogzilla. That's this one piece that I have in front of me that has my camera, mic, lighting, everything all on it. And so far, pretty impressed. And I can control everything remotely right here at my fingertips on my computer right over here to the side. I no longer have to get up and refocus stuff or change anything. So it's just going to make it easier. So hopefully I will be able to turn out a lot more content, because I do have a lot of big things planned, which I'll talk about at the end of the video. But without further ado, let's get right into this review. Okay, so I'm going to grab the box here. So this is Sony's latest offering. These are called the Sony Inzone H9 gaming headset. So that's a mouthful. There are 3 different models in Sony's line of these. There is the H3, the H7, and the H9. The H3 are the entry level. They're around $100. They are wired. They are wired headset. They do not offer any kind of noise cancellation, any features like that. Then they have the H7, which is a little more expensive. I think it comes in around $229 US. That is pretty nice because it's very similar to the H9, but it does not have active noise cancellation. It is wireless. But the Sony H9s are the kind of top line, top of the, whatever I'm trying to say, top of the line in Sony's new gaming headset foray that they're going into. It's for the PlayStation 5. You can tell by looking, I'm going to get the actual headset out here and show you too, but you can just tell by looking that they're very PlayStation inspired. So, I mean, they do work with the PC. They also have built-in Bluetooth. So if you do want to, if you're not playing on PlayStation, because on PlayStation you can listen to your music simultaneously if you have Apple Music and choose that, and it works really well. But these are really cool because they're made by Sony, so you can tell that it's made specifically for the PS5, but with kind of a side job of working on the PC. So just to kind of hit the highlights here, just kind of talking, I have done some real world testing on these two. They do have a dongle. They have a 2.4 gigahertz wireless dongle so that there is no latency. You would not want to use Bluetooth for that. You could use Bluetooth for your music, but for your gaming, you want to make sure that you're using the 2.4 gigahertz. So the dongle is super simple. Just kind of like the one that came with the Pulse 3D headset. It's just a small little dongle. It's got a switch on it though. It says PS5 or PC. So of course, if you're plugging it into a PS5, you want to switch it to PS5. Setup is incredibly easy. You basically just plug the dongle in, switch it to PS5, and then you just turn on your PlayStation. The cool thing is they're automatically already paired. It will recognize immediately. The cool thing is they brought over the features that I like from the Pulse 3D. So a little on the Pulse 3D though. The Pulse 3D, you know, I did a prior video comparing the Xbox headset with the PlayStation Pulse 3D, and the win kind of went to the Xbox headset because I like the Bluetooth that it could do, and also I like the comfort. So they were just comfortable. The the Pulse 3D is not very comfortable headset. I mean, it is a $100 entry-level headset, but I just found it to be uncomfortable and kind of hot on the ears, and the padding was really thin right up here, got a little thicker in the back. I don't have huge ears or anything, so my ears could fit inside of it nicely, but I didn't also like the design. Some people did like it had the sliding kind of band on top that just kind of auto fits to your head, but I found that over time it would start to kind of sag, and it's like it kind of weighs down on your ears. Just not the best. And also the volume, they just didn't go very loud. And I mean, one thing with a gaming headset, if you're going to be gaming for a lot, you want something that's comfortable. Otherwise, you're not going to use them. So you'll be gaming with another headset. So I'll bring in the headphones here. And they are a little large. That would be the only thing that I would say, but that's also what makes them phenomenal. I really like they have the swivel and they have this pivot. I mean, they are so comfortable. So you can flip these around. So if you wanted to wear them around your neck, you could, and then it flips them with the cushions down. You got your mic over here that is flip up to mute. And you can flip down to talk. But one cool thing I was saying earlier about a carryover from the Pulse 3D, these are fully integrated with the PS5 interface, except for I believe they're going to come out with an update a little later where you can kind of change the EQ balances like you can on the Pulse 3D, because that took a little while to roll out into an update. But so let's get into two of the biggest things is going to be comfort and sound, and then I'll kind of go over some of the specs with it. Comfort-wise, they are incredible. So actually, I'm probably going to be talking louder than I should, because just the passive noise canceling on these, as soon as you put them on your head, immediately kind of drowns out everything else. And like I said, you have your microphone over here. When you flip it down, that turns it on. And then, of course, when you flip it up, that mutes it. But you will see that on your PlayStation on-screen display. So on your video games, you'll see whatever the volume. That's another thing I really love. A complaint, let me take these off so I'm not like yelling at the camera, but they're amazingly comfortable. You'll just forget that they're on your head. So let's set these down here to the side. But the thing was with the Pulse 3D, all the controls were on the left side, and they were like little switches. They weren't like rollers or anything. So they were like little tiny switches. On the Sony, the new H9s, they actually have an infinity dial. So it's really cool. It's got like this kind of bump. It's very so that you can feel it really easy. You can get to it, and inside that bump is the volume. And so you can just scroll up, keep scrolling up, and then it'll show your volume on your screen going up, and then it'll beep when it reaches maximum. And you can do the same thing for going down, which is just so much easier than the Pulse 3D. So like you can just, keep going. I've seen mixed reviews on these headphones. Some people either love them or they hate them. I personally love them. I think they're worth every penny of the $300 that you'll pay for them. Which brings me to another nice feature on them, the active noise cancellation. So it does feature ANC. It's really cool. You just basically press the button, you'll hear it beep, and then silence. So like the air conditioner, if you have a fan going, any of that stuff, it just completely drowns out. And like I said, the ear cups alone already have a lot of passive noise cancellation because they cup so well around your head. They have like this soft, it's kind of like what's on Sony's high-end audio headsets. But I mean, this is so soft, so plush. It's kind of like a leatherette, but then inside it's got like this really, really soft, almost like a memory foam. And the other thing, so when you place them on your head, they just feel amazing. They're just like pillows, like just nice cushion pillows. Another thing that I really do like, they've done away with the band like that was on the Pulse 3D Sony headphones. This one actually does adjust like a traditional, so you can click, click, click out or click, click, click in, until you get it. But it also has a really soft pad on top. So when you have them on, I mean, it's just, they're so comfortable. I really did put them on, and within 5 minutes, you forget you have the headphones on. And so the sound on them is incredible. I think it sounds amazing. One thing that I did not like about the Pulse 3D, the volume didn't go very loud. You could adjust the volume a little bit inside the system settings, but the volume just didn't go as loud as it should. And I have really good hearing, so I don't play at like a huge volume, but I do want it loud enough that I can hear those sounds. Now that is something that's nice. So this, you can get the Sony Inzone software if you're going to be using these for PC. If you use them for PC, of course, they have you know, the virtual sound staging that you can do, and you can make all the adjustments that you want to in the software there for your PC. Now, on the PS5 side, you don't really have that much control over that. The main thing that's controlled, you can control your chat versus game volume. That's done on the headset. Then you got your Bluetooth if you want to pair it up to a phone. If you had Spotify or something, you want to simultaneously listen, you can control the volume of those in there. I highly recommend if you have Apple Music to just link your Apple Music ID to your Sony ID, because then it's amazing. You can just hit the PlayStation button and pull right up from your music, so your Apple Music. I think that is pretty amazing. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything here. Battery life. So let's grab the box again and go to that. So Sony claims that these have a 32-hour battery life. That is with the active noise cancellation off. But so the active noise cancellation, it does work really well. So like I said, it drowns out air conditioners, like, you know, constant noises, fans, things like that. If someone is beside you yelling or talking, you're probably still going to hear them a little bit, but not much, because you'll have the sound of the game coming in as well. So I've kind of went back and forth. I like the active noise cancellation. I've used it. You do sacrifice a little bit of bass, because when you have the active noise cancellation, it has microphones on either side. It's taking your environment and then kind of inverting that sound to cancel out the noise. So it seems like the bass suffered a little bit. I've done several tests, different songs, music, which by the way, these sound phenomenal with music, and they also sound phenomenal with games. And they do support Sony's 3D Tempest 3D audio for the PS5. So if you're playing a game that supports that, it's going to sound amazing. I love them. So I really love them. I was kind of torn. Like I said, I had the Pulse 3D. They were cool because they matched the PlayStation, but I just never was quite happy with them. They just did feel kind of cheap, and they did not go very loud. They did have some cool where you could see the volume up and down, but when I'm playing a game, I don't want to have to be reaching over here and then counting, because that's how you have to do. You're like, okay, here's the mute switch. So this will be the volume down, this will be the volume up, and then here's your game and your chat. So you got that, and you had to kind of, you know, even after using them for a while, it's kind of like you never really get used to them. This is super easy. On the left side, you just find the big knob, and then it's got the infinity wheel that you just scroll, which is super nice. So I think this is a win. They are a little steep price-wise. I don't know. I've heard some people say they're too expensive. I personally do think that they are worth the money. I really do. I'm going to grab them again. Like I said, I just love I mean, they just flow so freely. Like when you move them, like I said, hold it up there. You can see the cushioning is just super soft. They have deep, you kind of look like a helicopter pilot when you wear these. So it's like if I was flying, this is kind of or you could be in air traffic control, because I've heard people joke that they kind of look like that, but they do match the PlayStation aesthetic. Like I said, I love the white and then the black, and then of course, like I said, the microphone. This is also flexible. You can adjust that to however. And then the top of the headset, these come down and up, but I just love how it pivots on your ears, and they're just amazing headphones. So I think this is a real win for Sony. So let's go ahead and put a score on it. I'm going to say a 9 out of 10. That's what I would give these headphones. I love them. Of course, I play most things on my PS5 anyway. I do have an Xbox Series X. It really doesn't get a lot of love because, I mean, I don't know. I just haven't really found a need for a lot of the games. I really like the PlayStation controller. I like the PlayStation ecosystem. So I've been wanting them to come out with some better headphones, and I think these are definitely it. And I'm thinking, or I think I read somewhere, they're going to have a update to the PlayStation OS a little further down the line so that you can set your own custom EQs, which you can do that on the Inzone software on your PC, but that does not carry over to your PS5. So if you're someone who's thinking about buying these and you were wondering about that, you cannot carry over the EQ settings from the PC to the PS5. So that kind of almost, I think, lives in the dongle, but when you switch to PS5 mode, you can't do that. But they're going to have an update where you can change it and create your own, custom presets. So just some basic stuff, which I'm sure you already know if you've been looking at these headphones. They do use USB-C for charging. They also have a quick charge option. I mean, you can charge them for like 10 minutes and that gets you an hour of playtime if you really absolutely have to be. Now, if you are near a charging outlet, you can use them while you're using the USB-C to charge. So if you're in a game and you just do not want to leave, you can still charge while you play. But I mean, 32 hours, that's amazing. Like the Pulse 3D, I was lucky if I got 8 hours out of those. I know that they say that they went to 10 to 12, but like I said, it really didn't seem to real world testing seem to get around 8 hours. But these, I've charged them up once and I have not charged them since because they still have, it's still showing full battery. And that's after me gaming with them, using them for music and everything. So like I said, that is a win. So if you're on the fence about these, my personal opinion, I would say go ahead and get them. You won't regret it. And especially once, I wish they had a display somewhere where you could try them on, because once you try them on, you really can tell how amazingly, just how soft they are. Like I said, they just hug your head. It's awesome. It does make for a very pleasant experience. And like I said, love the audio, the volume, the power, the bass, everything sounds phenomenal. So that's it for the headset review. If you've stuck around this long to the end of the video, or if you're one of my loyal subscribers, I am really trying to streamline my workflow so that I can get more content out in the future. Whew, let me take a breath there. One of the ways I'm going to be doing this is trying to do most of my videos in one take, like I've been doing this. So I don't have to chop it up. I mean, I've kind of noticed watching some of the, I'm a perfectionist, so sometimes if I had to like swallow or like breathe, I would cut and edit that out. I'm going to stop doing that. So if you see me mess up a word or something, that's just, because even the big YouTubers do that. I mean, I don't have time to go in and edit every single thing. And the other thing is like I said, since I have, Vlogzilla here, it's awesome. I can move this around. It rolls around wherever I need it to be. And it has all my stuff. It's all mounted. I have all the wires done, power supplies. It just plugs in and then it can plug into my computer. And then once I can literally monitor my audio and my video, everything in real time over here to the side, which just makes it so much cooler. I don't even have to take the camera off the tripod, get the memory card out, download to the computer. I had to use to charge up batteries. I don't have to do any of that anymore. So I bought the not the charge kit, but the power supply kit for the camera. And for you folks out there, if you are wondering what I shoot with, I do use a Canon M50. It's a mirrorless digital SLR. It's an amazing camera. I love it. All the features on it. And then of course I'm using a Rode Professional shotgun mic on top, not the little one, not the Video Micro. It's the bigger one so that I can get some, I've done some tests and I think the audio sounds really well. And then of course, along with the Canon kit that I got, it has the cables that comes out the side, runs into my computer. I no longer even have to, I don't even have to touch the camera. I can remote shoot my thumbnails. I can remote start my video. I can remote stop my video. It's spectacular. And then of course I can still see myself up here on the screen, and I apologize if you are catching some glare off of my glasses. That's something I'm going to have to get used to with the new lighting setup, since I did do away with the big soft boxes that I had to have on either side that I had to do light readings on to get the color temperature right and everything. Now I have this huge professional, not cheap, ring light that basically has, I believe it was 442 or 446 high intensity LEDs that I can change the colors for to color temp match it to my camera. And I can do all that manually so that I get, good colors, and I make everything look how they look in real life. So my background lights, all the stuff, everything looks good on camera. But anyway, that's enough of the nerdy stuff out of the way. But if you have stuck around this long, I really do appreciate it. Here's some things to look forward to. I am going to start kind of jumping back into the movie reviews. I think I did one? I think I did Mortal Kombat, and that was about it. And that really wasn't a great review. I'm not going to lie. I've been kind of looking back to my back catalog, and some of my videos they sucked pretty bad. So some of them were okay, but guess I'm my own worst critic. But I do want to try to up my quality of content, because no matter how good the picture looks and how good the audio sounds, if you don't have good content, no one's going to watch your channel. And I do realize that. And also I have, like I said in my moto vlog, just kind of stopped caring. So hopefully I get new subscribers. It'd be awesome if I would hit 1,000 subscribers someday and could actually get monetized and make a few dollars, by putting out these videos, because I do put a lot of time and heart into them. But the way I'm going to do my movie reviews are, I'm going to kind of do some of them as a review, some of them as a retrospective. Most of them are probably going to be for older movies. I have Revenge of the Nerds planned. I've had that thumbnail shot forever. It's going to be hilarious when you see that. You're more than welcome to make comments and make fun of me, because I did dress up like one of the nerds from Revenge of the Nerds for my thumbnail that I shot like a year ago. I think I shot that picture like a year ago, but I didn't get to get to do that yet because, you know, life happens, work happens, so forth. But I am going to do a retrospective on Batman as well, and my experience with that at the theater and the drive-in, and then just a whole slew of movies. I have so much planned that I want to do for movies, and I will still have the occasional rant. I'm sure those seem to do well about video games. Nothing forced. I'm just going to come in here. Now I do have the ability to come in here and just flip the switch and then just start ranting or start talking, not scripted. I used to do an outline, but I don't know. I never could stick to it anyway. I'm just kind of all over the place. But if you stick around with the video, I will eventually come back together and tie it all up with a nice little bow. Things that I start, I do try to come back to and finish talking about. Well, anyway, that's enough. And I think this video has went way too long already. I do that a lot. So I know most of people already clicked off. They saw where I gave a score to the headset. And hopefully they ran out to their local stores and bought it, or their favorite online retailers and purchased it. Otherwise, like I said, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for everybody that does like, comment, subscribe, you know, and be sure to share my channel so that I can hopefully grow the channel. So thank you guys, like I said, for sticking around, and I appreciate you so much. And go enjoy some gaming and some movie, and I'll see you in the next one.